It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning, and it's one of the most anticipated movies of the entire year. Not, it's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. Sorry, I realized how that could have sounded wrong. Anyway, it broke box office record for the biggest opening weekend of all time. I'm, of course, talking about the new Avengers movie, Infinity War.
Yeah!
Normally, we do drunk movie reviews before the film officially opens in theaters, but this movie was so big that they didn't have any advanced screenings, not even for media.
Yeah.
Which I think is interesting to even call ourselves media. But I think technically that's what they consider us. Anyway, whether you've already seen it or not, you're all wondering the same question. What does the drunk dude from the radio think about it? Perhaps the most important question when talking about a movie. And today we'll attempt to answer that question by checking in with our own resident film critic, Jose Bolanos, for another drunk movie review. And as always, Jose is accompanied by young Jeffrey so that things don't get too out of hand. And if you're worried about possible spoilers, don't be. I've been assured by our producer Boyd, that after listening to all of the audio, he's not even sure if Jose saw the correct film. So
he wandered into the wrong one.
Should be safe on that. And of course, this segment is also fun for Jose because he usually doesn't remember most of what he said. So he's hearing all of this for the very first time too, just like everybody else.
But I do remember loving it while I was watching it. And I remember laughing during the recording.
All right.
So I was having fun.
You know, it sucks about this review is that you were actually in there with other theater goers who paid a lot of money and have waited a long time to see this film.
The theater was packed.
Yeah.
Like everyone is going to. I tried to go to an
ruined
early
the experience for so many people.
I bet I did.
Let's listen to the first clip of Jose's drunk movie review where he attempts to describe the plot of the film.
Plot of movies, there's a ton of fucking superheroes. Okay, hold on. I swore right away. I'm sorry. I'm taking it back. There is a handful of superheroes. They're all a team. It's Iron Man, and it's the Wolf guy, Scarlett Johansson, Robert Downey Jr., who's Iron Man, Chris Pine.
There's no Chris Pine in this one.
Oh, Chris. Hold on. Chris Evans. Helmsworth. Him too? Chris Helmsworth and Evans? Or Chris Pine?
No, not Chris Pine, but there is another Chris.
Chris, hold on, this is like a game show. Chris Stevenson. Hold on. His name is Chris. Not Pine. Chris Hemsworth. Chris. What's his name? Jeff? Chris Smith. He's a white guy. He's the whitest guy ever. Chris Washington. I don't know, Jeff. What is it?
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt, the super white. Oh, man. God, I almost got it.
Super white. Super white sounds like Chris Pratt's Superman. Superhero character.
It could be. I don't even blame you. I know you were drunk trying to figure out which Chris it was. I don't even blame you, though. There's so many Chris's that are like in action movies right now.
And they're all the same age, and they all kind of look alike.
Yeah, they're all basically the same person.
Yes. I mean, Chris Hemsworth is the only one that stands out because he's got an accent.
Yeah.
You know, that's the only reason. The other one is, you're right, their superpower is white privilege. That's what they have.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Definitely. If your name is Chris and you're a white dude with dirty blonde hair, kind of like dishwater blonde hair or whatever, then you're definitely making it in Hollywood as an actor right now. All right, we finally figured out the whole Chris situation and then tried to get things back on track and asked Jose again to tell us about the plot of the movie Avengers Infinity War.
Plot of the movie was like, this Thanos, right? He is an evil guy. And so every superhero has to come together to beat this guy's ass. And it was intense, dude. And it was... Hey, shut up out there. I'm trying to do a movie review. People yelling in the damn alley. Trying to fucking work. I apologize, everybody. There's bums in the fucking alley. I can't get away from them. Go smoke crack somewhere else. I'm doing a drunk movie review. I'm working right now. I got drunk. I got paid to go get hammered and watch a movie and talk about it. This guy is smoking crack for free. He's not working. I'm at work. Man, I wish the radio station paid me more because I would live in a way nicer area. This wasn't supposed to happen.
Where's that guy getting free crack outside of your building? That's pretty sweet. They're just handing it out.
There's always homeless people. I shouldn't have said bum, but
I-
still.
I think that you brought up a missed opportunity, though.
What?
Crack movie review next
Oh,
time.
God.
Definitely.
You just smoke
bro.
crack
Yeah.
and then talk to us.
It's not even a movie review. It's just you going down on someone in an alley. Like, how was the movie? Yeah. And Jeff is standing there the whole time. But at least you get your crack out of the deal.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, we pay you enough for that.
Also, that was probably the only time they ever actually listened outside of your building. Like, oh, I'm sorry, man. You're hammered trying to do a movie review. I get it.
I
It
get
makes
it.
total sense in my crackhead world.
I'm the rude one.
Yeah. I am so sorry. We will keep it down out here. There are a lot of iconic superhero characters that all came together and appeared in the new Avengers film. So we asked Jose, who was his favorite superhero in the movie?
Ooh. Oh, man, there's so many hot girls. Scarlett Johansson, she's so hot. Oh, man, but there's a lot of hot dudes in the movie. Listen, you're not going to be a superhero if you're not hot. That's part of being a superhero, right? If you're not sexy, you're an average hero. You're a below average hero. There are no ugly superheroes. They don't exist. I mean, think about it. If you're ugly and you try to be a superhero, where do they end up? Cleveland. It's a shitty place, but it happens. They all go to Cleveland, bro.
That is so true. I think that's what they're known for.
The
Cleveland
whole-
is the land of the ugly superheroes. LeBron James, a lot of people consider him a hero.
Yeah.
He's not that attractive, really. I mean, some people think he's hot, but probably the money
I
there.
think his
I think
personality
yeah.
is really attractive, but
Yeah.
his face, like if it stood alone with no talking to it.
And his hairline doesn't help him.
Maybe
No.
that's it. Maybe he's not human. You know, like it's pretty amazing what he can do on the basketball court.
You're right.
But through your drunk movie review, we just realized that LeBron James is just an ugly superhero that was forced to go to Cleveland where they all live. That's what he's doing. He's just
It makes
finishing out his
sense.
days playing basketball.
He is gonna be pissed when we find him out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
All
like
right.
Ugly Space Jam.
Yeah, ugly Space Jam.
It's another drunk movie review with Jose Bolanos. Coming up, we ask Jose if he were a member of the Avengers, what would his superhero be? Plus, we will get his final rating on the movie, and we'll continue the drunk movie review of Avengers Infinity War right after this. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
He's not sober. He's not drunk. He's not buzzed. It's drunk movie reviews with Jose. Pew! Brooke and Jubal in the morning. Intro's done. Let's rock this movie review, Jeffrey.
It's another drunk movie review with Jose Bolanos. And today, Jose is reviewing the new Avengers movie, Infinity War.
Yes.
And so far, we've learned that there are a lot of actors named Chris in this movie. Jose just couldn't remember all of them.
Yeah.
Jose does get easily distracted by the bum smoking crack outside of his apartment.
They're loud.
They are loud, and they were being disruptive.
Thank you.
And Jose says that there are no ugly superheroes because all the ugly ones moved to Cleveland.
I don't know why I chose.
So that's what we've learned so far from this drunk movie review. It's an action-packed film with lots of famous characters from the Marvel Universe in it, but we asked Jose if he thought anybody was missing from the movie that could have made it better. So here's Jose's answer to that.
Oh, man. You know who was missing from this film? Kevin Hart. Oh, man. Can you imagine it? Listen, there's a lot of serious superheroes, but Kevin Hart always plays the funny role, you know? Can you imagine Kevin Hart showing up as a superhero like, hey, man, hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, we gotta get to the super crystal. You know what I'm saying? How great would that have been? Kevin Hart is showing up, man. Like, hey, man, hey, you know what? Hey, for real, man.
So this Kevin Hart superhero, who should he have replaced in this Avengers movie?
Dude. Spider-Man was not funny, dude. Kevin Hart would be the best fucking Spider-Man. Because he's as small as a spider already, right? And how hilarious would Spider-Man be? Like, bam, got you, web action, woo! You know, I don't know. I don't do a good Kevin Hart, but I try.
I try.
That's obvious.
I agree. And this is like the only movie in the last 3 years that Kevin Hart isn't in, I don't think.
True.
But he would be an amazing Spider-Man.
It would be so
I mean,
I
the
think-
thing is, they always try to sexy up Spider-Man, and I'm sorry, Spider-Man is not sexy.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
just not.
I think Kevin Hart would make a good superhero.
Yeah.
His superpower would be that look like, you say it one more time, I'm going to smack you. Right? He'd never actually do anything to anybody, but he'd always give him that look like, what'd you say? Say it one more time, I'll smack the taste out your mouth.
And then The Rock would be his backup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
He'd do all the work.
That would be good. Yeah.
Jose
His
doing
sidekick.
drunk movie review of the new Avengers movie Infinity War. We also asked Jose if he was to join the Avengers team, what kind of superhero would he be?
If you think about it, I am the original Black Panther. Like, I'm Hispanic, so I was like the Brown Panther, but I wasn't a panther. I was like the brown sloth because I'm kind of lazy.
What superpowers does the brown sloth have?
The brown sloth will act like it's asleep. And then all of a sudden, hiya! It's hella startling. Like, I'm startling people. But I'm also cute, so you don't suspect me. So it's like, oh, look at that cute little sloth. And then, hiya! What happened? Startlation. You got startled. Boom, boom, boom. I want you in my room, and I'm a sloth forever, and in this together. Boom, 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 boom. And that's a song that's going to play to your death. And I feel sorry for you because that would be the worst thing to die to.
I really actually want to see that superhero become a reality where he just startles you and then a really weird theme song plays.
What is death by startlation?
I don't know.
That's it. You just get startled.
Startlation is a word, but startlation does sound powerful,
I
Jose.
was startled that I started singing. I was trying to say the word boom, and then I slipped into
Boom.
a
No, I love it, dude. Yeah, you startle somebody, they stumble on your path, they get startled, and then a really
party
weird
music.
theme song plays, and it's a weird party.
It's moments like that so damn lovable, Jose.
Would definitely be scary.
I love it.
Hopefully, the Brown Sloth movie theater will be coming. Will be coming to theaters soon.
Slowly.
It's-
Slowly to theaters.
Drunk movie reviews with Jose Bolanos, and today we're listening to him review the new Avengers movie Infinity War. And before we get his final thoughts on the movie, we asked him a question that we've never given him before. We asked him what he thought about the score of the movie. If you don't know what the score is, that's a fancy word for the music of the movie. Obviously, we know Jose is in a musical mood because he just sang his own sloth theme song. So let's get his thoughts on the music for the film.
The score? Like the music? You're gonna ask me what the music? Dude, that's like a fucking compliment, bro. Cause like, I was in high school and I played the viola. And when I listen to movies, I think of the music.
So what did you think of the music in this movie?
Score was heavy, bro. There were many times where there was many cellos that were playing, and I heard the cellos, and there was treble, there was bass. Oh my God, the bass, bro. There was a point where like Captain America came up. It was just ba-na-na-na-na, ba-na-na-na-na-na, right? And there was strings, and it was just strings. It was bass and cello, a little viola, no tuba, but that was a good thing.
Ooh, nice. I have a feeling that was the moment that like Jeff started inching towards the door because he's like, this is getting way too romantic in here.
I didn't
Yeah.
realize cellos did it for you, buddy.
I don't know.
Man, but that tuba is a turn off.
I don't know why, but I was picturing you answering the question, and the way you were talking, I just pictured your hand on the back of Jeff's head, just running your fingers through his hair, being like, oh, the music, bro. Thank you for asking the question.
Yeah.
Get over here. Let me tell you about this. There were many tubas. Let's hear Jose's final rating on the film. Overall, did he like Avengers Infinity War?
This movie was so good, dude. I would give it, bro, do I dare? 6 Infinity Stones out of 6 Infinity Review Stones. I mean, this was a masterpiece, Jeffrey. You see it in IMAX 3D, can I say this on the radio? Can I say
No.
You can't. Okay. You are gonna I watched you can't say that. Okay. I watched it in IMAX. If you see this movie in IMAX, you're gonna Is that too Are we gonna edit it? You are gonna Is that too much as well? All right. You are gonna have a great time if you know what I'm out. Brook and Jubal in the morning.
All right. So you obviously liked the movie a lot.
But who scores anything out of 6? Like maybe out of 5, maybe out of 10. 6?
There's 6 infinity crystals in the movie, so I'm trying to stick with the theme of,
Right.
of the crystals.
Are you sure?
I think it was 6. I don't remember.
It's
really.
6.
So it is 6. You got that right. So that's really the only
Okay.
thing you know about the movie.
All right.
Other than the fact that if you go see it in IMAX, take a change of pants
That-
with you.
Yes.
Because
That
it
was
sounds
good.
like it's going to be a very, very good
You
time.
know it, you got it.
Besides, like, no tubas. That is all I learned.
All right, what'd you think of Jose's drunk movie review? Text it in 78592. It's Brook and Jubal in the morning.